Welcome everyone to Pontos, Fathom, Hobbies. This is Season 4, Episode 1 of Cthulhu Wars. We are playing with the Azathoth expansion, and we're calling this season Where Sterile Twilight Reigns. We are going to jump into Round 1. We just did the setup board. We've got our Doom track set up, Ritual track, 4 factions of Yellow Sign, Great Cthulhu, Black Goat, Crawling Chaos. We've also got the neutral Azathoth expansion, including Azathoth, Elder Things, Dimensional Shamblers, Servitor of the Outer Gods, and Star Vampires, all on the sidelines waiting for their time to be summoned. We've got neutral spells, all of our character spells, and we've got gates opened in all the starting spaces for the 4 factions and the cultists ready to go. So, before we jump into round 1, we'll do a quick reading in the Cthulhu Wars Omega Edition rulebook. Before that, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor. We are doing the Azathoth gameplay today to celebrate the publishing of the 3rd volume of Disclosure from the Necronomicon Fragment, The Alchemy of Azathoth. This joins Hermeticism of Hastur and the Necromancy of Nyarlathotep to complete the 3-volume trilogy. These books actually are independent, so you can start with any one of them. Alchemy of Azathoth now available, so you can check the links out in our bookstore link below. You can also check out the Moldenhauer books, the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence series. Genealogy of Cthulhu is outposted in our Patreon in digital format, so for as little as $1, you can join there and get into reading those. And on our sister channel, Pontos Fathom Press, we are in the works of converting our first year of podcasts into a book set. More news on this in the Patreon. Before we jump into it, as usual, liking and subscribing is a great way to support the channel. Ring the bell, leave a comment below. I like to get into the comments. We're trying to grow the user base up to 1,000 users, and really appreciate everyone who's been along for the ride since the lockdown. So I wanted to quickly just read this paragraph here. It says, "Certainly a few cared. Foolish, kind-hearted souls tried to stem the tide, tried to reverse the damage we've done to the planet. But it was all for naught, for the old ones had other plans. They'd come from the stars in the infancy of the world, when the earth was nothing but chaos, magma, and churning elemental nonsense. Their inexplicable agenda was never made clear, but eon by eon, epoch by epoch, they guided this doomed outpost more to their liking. And by the end of the world, they'd finally completed the conflicting yet eerily compatible agendas. The poisons, wastes, and irradiation have served to make the earth more hospitable to them, more to their pleasure, and as the stars aligned to herald the return of the old ones, their influence grew, hastening the sickness of this primitive planet. Then finally the wars, the alien horrors of the old ones barely had to lift a claw or tentacle. It simply took a psychic nudge, a rumbling emanation there. Mankind did the rest." Wow. So let's jump into round 1. I've got my guide card here. I think we're going to start out simply just to kind of get things flowing. You know, the goal here is to get some units on the board, but also to start collecting our spells. So we start out with Great Cthulhu. Let me just check out the spell books. In the first Doom phase, receive the spell book and also 1 Elder Sign. Okay. In the first Doom phase. Okay, that's cool. So we'll automatically get a card. So let's start out with Great Cthulhu will go ahead and move a cultist to, let's have them move to South America West, and we'll have another cultist move to the South Atlantic. Okay, so we've got 2 cultists moving just to kind of take a move turn, and that will cost them 1 power. So we'll reduce this, and let's do similar things for everyone. So we'll have the Black Goat also move in a similar way. Let's have them move to Arabia and East Africa. Let's also have Crawling Chaos move to North Asia And let's have them move as well to we'll have them move into, let's have them move 2 to the North American West, just to kind of do it. 7, and then finally a yellow sign. Let's have them move into Scandinavia in the Arctic Ocean. So just to get through the first round, and then let's go ahead and review Black Gold. They have units in 4 areas. Can eliminate 2 units. As your action, pay 4 power. Okay. So yeah, let's have our next action will be gate creations. Let's just have them all kind of line up a similar thing for now, just to kind of make it manageable. We'll put a gate on the South Atlantic with the cultist on board it. We will put a gate on North America West. Let's put a gate in Scandinavia, and we'll put a gate in East Africa. Okay, and that will cost everyone 3. Awaken the King in Yellow. Successfully desecrate an area marked with this glyph. Okay, they have to desecrate one of these areas. They need a desecration glyph, so they'll have to move later. So they can desecrate some areas over there. Next up, let us have Cthulhu. Let's have them, they're automatically going to get a spell. So let's have them summon a let's have them summon a deep one. Let's have them summon a deep one. Or maybe let's have them summon, let's see what we got here to choose from. Let's have them summon a Shoggoth. So we'll summon a Shoggoth here. South Atlantic. That will cost us 2. Next player up, Black Goat. Well, just to kind of get to it, let's have Black Goat move to the Antarctic. Now they have 4 units in 4 areas. They get their first spell. We're going to give them cultists now have 1 combat. So let's give them that spell book. So first spell on the board, and that would cost them another 1 to have units in 4 areas. Crawling Chaos, let's just have them pay the 4 power, and they will spawn one of their spells. And we will do immediately remove any or all, eliminate 1 or more night gaunts, select 1 monster. Okay, this is an exempt monsters, so So we'll have that spell out there. I do want to try out each of these Azathoth spells, but we'll get into them maybe next round. Okay, so that'll be that. And then finally with Yellow Sign, successfully desecrate an area, the map. Let's have them move to here. They won't be able to desecrate, but oh, we can just desecrate this area with the glyph. So we'll just desecrate this area as well. So we can desecrate one area, and that will give us our first spell, and we'll grab if Haster is in play, move Haster. Gain 1 power when we lose a cultist. That should be fine. And Cthulhu can now go. Let's have Cthulhu also spawn another gate for 3. Oh no, he only has 2 left, so let's do, let's also spawn another Shoggoth. Add a second Shoggoth here. That'll bring him down to 0. Black Goat can spawn a Dark Young. Black Goat will spawn a Dark Young here, bringing that down to 0. And finally, Calling Chaos is finished. So that will wrap it up for the actions. Everyone's down to 0 power. Let's go ahead and review the Gather Power phase. So from the top of the order from Cthulhu, they've got 1 per cultist. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cultists, plus 2 power per controlled gate. So that's 4, and 6 is 10. So increase power to 10 for Cthulhu for next round. We'll go on to Black Goat. Black Goat gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They also get 10. Next one would be Crawling Chaos. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10 also. And Yellow Sign also get to 10. Okay. And that is going to do it for the Gather Power phase. Player with the most power becomes first player. So we're just going to give it back to Cthulhu again. Then we do the Doom phase, +1 per gate controlled. So everyone has 2 gates, so we all move up to 2 on the Doom track. And Rituals of Annihilation, we can hold out this round. And that is going to do it for round 1. Guys, we'll see you in round 2. Just getting started, getting some units on the board, some gates activated. Cthulhu spawned some monsters. During that phase, Cthulhu did get to spawn their first spell. And they will get, if a Shoggoth is present, you can remove a monster. So we've got a bunch of Shoggoths. Let's get that spell, Absorb, the pre-battle Absorb. Okay, we'll see you guys in round 2. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.